Good evening, guys, and welcome to Midnight Reiki. My name is Jamie, and tonight we're going to be doing a session to recommit to ourselves, to our highest expression of ourselves and to the highest expression of our purpose. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you can connect here to our amethyst. You can connect to the sound of my voice. You can connect via eye contact, and we're also going to do an energy merge. If that sounds like you can go ahead and connect now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I did get some channeled messages, but first I want us to go ahead and call in that light energy, that angelic Reiki energy, to call it down through our chakra system and through our soul star chakra, which is about a foot above your head. That is where your higher self is seated. And we're going to pull that consciousness, that awareness, that higher perspective down through our chakra system, down to your crown, down to your third eye, down to your throat chakra, down to your heart chakra, down to your solar plexus, down to your sacral chakra, down to your root chakra, and then we're going to anchor that down into the earth. And we're going to ask Mama Gaia to meet you there, to meet you where you are right now in your life, and help you anchor that highest version of yourself and purpose in now. We're going to ask that energy to move out anything you need to move out in order to do that. All right. So we have a vocal activation affirmation that you can repeat if you like. You do not have to. Okay, we're going to begin now. Ready? I am a child of grace. I recommit myself to my highest expression of grace now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And there was a message that came through having to do with that full moon energy that we just kind of stepped into. And for those of you who are unaware, it was a blue moon, and it had the energy attached to it for like redos, second chances. And there's a message coming through for a collective to make sure that you're using this second chance energy, this redo energy wisely. And what they mean by that is that this is a chance to choose differently. And this energy is still around us, it's still very present. And this is a chance for you to realign with yourself, with your own core, with your own authentic desires and fulfillment. And this is kind of the point I was trying to make when I told that story the other day, which I don't think I said while I was telling this story. That was an intense session. That moved a lot of energy for me. So thank you guys for being witness for me for that. But the point of that was that if let's backtrack. When all of that old fear and shame and mistrust came up, I was at a point in my life where I was actively choosing to follow this path that I'm on right now. I was actively choosing an intuitive, centered career and lifestyle, and I was making big active moves in that direction. And this energy from something that happened in my past came up, and that the circumstances were just drenched in this familial and ancestral energy that has haunted the women in my family for generations, where it's not safe to use your gifts, right? It's not safe to be seen. And this resurfaced in a way that made me see it from a different perspective. And if I had a choice where I could step back into that familial energy, that fear and restriction, and that pain of, having been restricted. Not that someone else did that. It could, mentality does that as well. I could have stepped back into that, or I could choose right then to decide that even if I am afraid, I'm going to do it anyway, right? Even if that is present, I can make a different choice. I can choose what I've seen, what I've experienced, what I've seen other people experience, or I can choose to take a step into the unknown where I have no perception of what the step after that might be. I know the one to take now, and after that, nothing. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen, and it was scary, and it was about to create a lot of change. And that's, I think, where a lot of the collective is now, which is why I told that story. And the point is that change is going to happen regardless. And you're given an opportunity with new information to direct how you want that change to happen in your life, and to direct it more inward towards your joy, towards your passion. Who are you really? There's been this momentum from these toppling foundations, and we've been experiencing this. Some of you have been experiencing this for a couple of years now, but it's been really present in the past 6 months especially. And these tower moments have been building a momentum, and that energy you can use to sort of push out those old foundational experiences as soon as they come into your awareness, and rebuild in a direction that pushes you, that points with your heart in the direction of what you want to experience, that timeline you want to be on. I hope that makes sense. A less convoluted, I guess, example would be in this energy. Let's say you work with someone that you really admire and you really want to talk to them. This doesn't have to be romantic. And this is just an example. And you're going to have like a work thing where someone from a different department or even like a different city is going to be there, and you have just this perfect opportunity to go talk to them, but you're too nervous. And you found like there's a tiny little obstacle in your way, and you're like, well, I'm not going to do it. And then afterwards, you thought about it a lot of times, and you're like, God, I kind of wish I had done that. And then this opportunity comes up, and you have the opportunity again, another team meetup or whatever, company picnic, and you can see that person again. But now there's a little bit of a bigger obstacle in your way. Then you have to really choose now that you want that, and you're going to choose it because you already know that the other path leads to you wishing you had chosen that path. So really, your only obstacle right now is your fear, and Spirit is encouraging you to reconnect to yourself in order to overcome yourself. Does that make sense? We are given the opportunity for that redo, and that redo starts inside. It has to start with you. So recommit yourself to yourself, and once you're sure how to move forward with your own values and your own intuition from your own experience, that is when you're going to really know how to step into this energy and how to take that next step. Okay, so we're going to anchor that in. We're going to pull that angelic energy back and disconnect. Whew, good job, you guys. That was a heavy